Okay. There's two people in the house. All right, it's working. Hello, Rebecca Williams. Let me share this through the network real quick and we'll get the show started. If these shows resonate with you, please share because we're being suppressed. And that's okay. But if we can just share it to one page or one group, then we can stay above the algorithms at Facebook. And I just shared it twice. So Mercury's in retrograde, Augusti.
I read that and I felt that.
Holy fucking shit. Yeah. Holy effing shift. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Damon, what's happening? We're going to start in just a second. Let me just send it through the network. All right, here we go. One more. I know I'm missing one. Here it is. All right. Oh, we got 32 people in the house. Let me say hello to everybody. See who's here. We got a bunch of shows lined up today. Natalie Gotchi's coming on. Jeremy Lastman, Alma Sophia Rose, and Rebecca Williams, Paul Brown, Amy Brown, Kelly Bird, Delia Flores, Mira Ginsburg, Jania Gazda, Mora Koteka, Damon, my brother, Sophie Thornalley from Adelaide, Australia, Holly Vaughn, Sarah Bishop, Brendan RB, Terry Willett, Michael Van Patten. Thank you, Michael, for all the work you're doing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I got a message from the streaming service today. So we're one step closer to broadcasting from our own site. Delia Flores, Monica Ramirez, Alana Hartman, Glenn Moore, Heather Houston. Got a lot of people coming in. Carolyn Thorpe from Scotland. Okay. So we're going to have the typical Soul Speaks 5D. It's spontaneous, intuitive, creative, imaginative, and courageous. Courageous in Mercury retrograde. Agusti Sala has been on the show before with Veer. He's been on 2 or 3 times. They've got an incredible energy together. They do some work together. Fast forward, hashtag fabric, F-fabric. And he's got quite a story on his own. So we're just going to have a conversation, and I guess since you brought up Mercury retrograde, you know, and in the message to me, you also brought up the masculine, which is a big deal right now. Yeah, we want to start. I don't watch the planetary motions that much, but I think this Mercury retrograde must be a special one because of the messages I'm receiving from people. I know one thing. I've been very vigilant with myself. Morgan and I are both spending some time with ourselves. She's in Australia. I'm here, and I think it's a good time to do that because it's a lot of stuff happening. So, what's going on in your world?
In my world, I'm being lately more aware of the fact that I was super conditional with everything. I was always looking for answers outside. I was, oh, wait, this planet is here, then it's there. Oh, wait, this guru or this Instagram channel say this, that. I was always outside. And this... I'm judging a lot. I was not...
You said you were judging a lot?
Yeah, I was judging a lot. I'm still sometimes realizing, oh, there is like 2 beings in myself. Yeah. That embodiment phase that still some part of my body is still, it's the old Agusti that is still judging, still fear, still shy. And then there is this more 5D Agusti that it means just that is fearless, unconditional. So I was not anymore able to keep the mask. That mask that the society, the program, the condition, the rules of the game that we came here to play tell us that all the men we have to do, that we have to be strong, we have to provide our family, we have to buy the diapers. It's really, you have to pay the diapers. If not, you can't have kids. And oh no, I'm not ashamed anymore about what I went through. So a few days ago, suddenly it was like just I think it was the pre-shadow of the Mercury, or I don't know. It's like suddenly I went to sleep super strange. I get up like boom in my face of emotions, like reviewing all what happened in my childhood that I completely forget. Like from the 6-year-old to 14 in the school, receiving bully from the teachers and from the rest of the classmates, and I had to write and share it on. I had to do it in Catalan because it's the language that I had attached to that emotions, and it was so excruciating for me because I just remember I just shared it on Facebook few, but it's like teachers sending me all the time to the corridor saying you are not going to be anybody in your life, and then it was just all my life trying to balance that. So my carrot was I have to do it to prove that they were wrong.
Yeah.
So that process of open, that hey, I went through that. I'm not the victim. I am not. I was weak. So yeah, they beat me on the playground because I was the weak guy with mocos in my nose. It's like
mocos.
I was the easy one. So it's the way it was. That kid make that experience that kid had make who I am today.
Yeah.
So it's like the thing that you can be a good captain if you are not through a lot of storms in the sea. So it's a thing. It's the experience that, as you say today, talking to me, everything is about me. So I project that. It was an imbalance inside me, also being a kid, and the whole life, I was denying all of that. So we spent all of the time only talking about positive vibes, only positive mind, positive thing. It's not necessary to talk about the shadows. Sorry, it was there too. I want to share it.
Absolutely.
And it came somebody to me telling me it's not necessary because in the nature, animals don't show their weak spots to the enemy. There is no enemy. There is no fear. I'm not anymore trying to control the outcome. And the society told us that you can be a politic or a cinema star or somebody with a problem like you, or somebody that is a CEO going and say, hey, I screw up everything, or hey, I'm crying, or hey, I'm not that strong man. And you are doing a lot. And a few days ago, it was that guy, Andrew Martin, that is one of these guys who read energies and make videos on YouTube with millions of views. It's the first time that I'm seeing a guru literally saying, I don't know what's going on now. And I don't know what's going on next. And I like that.
I do too. Yeah.
And then it's a few days ago, he came to me and it's okay. Now that you prove to your teachers that you are somebody, now that you prove to the society that who are you without fast forward? It's we create identities to like an armor, a shield that it's, oh, now I'm comfort in this thing. And at the same time, it's my carrot. I have a carrot because we love to have challenge. I had the challenge to run 100 kilometers on the mountains. And I have friends. I have a friend who ran 1,500 kilometers. We love to put challenge because without that challenge and that carrot in front of us, who we are. It's amazing how many challenge and carrots and push ourselves, and that's what I told you that I was seeing myself burning us just to not stop and look inside.
Yeah.
I think I never shared it here. in 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 2017. In 2016 was my year. It was like, oh wow! I was the producer of Woody Allen take a plane just to fly to New York to propose him a movie with me. It was everything going in Miami, super amazing. It was everything perfect. And at the end of the year, everything crashed. I went bankrupt. Yeah. My company went bankrupt. Everything go out of control because we love control. And suddenly, I was doing the bed with the linens and my left arm fall, literally fall. And I tried to get to recover myself, and I fell in the bed, and the ambulance bring me to the hospital, and the doctors told me, "You're not gonna make 40." And it's insane how we burn ourselves to that idea to control the how things gonna be.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know today anymore. I know that what I did since today, I like it.
Yeah.
But and I made this amazing project of Fast Forward that looks amazing, but I'm not attaching any more plans because it's not possible. 5D and these nowadays, fuck the plans. And it's
I agree.
Something that it's my experience. Only I'm not. My experience is also when I was talking with CEOs of big corporations. What are you planning? It's not anymore about plans because the environment is changing every year. You neither can make a plan for 12 months. In your life, the important thing is to know really well what are you, who you are, what are you doing here. And then the environment is changing every day. This energy is changing every day. So perfect if you are sure that what are you doing is exactly what you love.
Yeah.
And is with ease. That's right. Really important thing that I was not doing with ease.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I found like kind of a triangle that give me clarity for me.
Yeah.
When something I'm feeling that it's not ease, there is no flow there.
Yeah.
When something is so much conditional or conditional at all, it's gonna spin me out of the flow.
Yeah.
I realize that twin flame journey, how much conditional I was.
Yeah. You're talking about your previous relationship, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned that, okay, I had my awakening with the twin flame thing, but it's so easy that with just 4 letters, we can see how much conditional or not we are. It's called ITTT. If this, then that. Every time that we are trying to control the outcome, it's a fear that, if I do this, then I'm going to do that. If I do that method, if I'm vegan, if I'm crystals, if I'm meditation.
Then I'm.
My God.
Yeah.
You know how many times I'm doing that every day? And now every action in my life.
Yeah.
I'm doing that for me, for love, for fun. If this, then that.
Yeah. I like that. I like that.
It's the method. It's not mine. It suddenly, it came from the business world because it's some technology, but it's like, wow.
Yeah.
It's if you want to free yourself, because we don't need to free anybody, neither countries, neither people, neither humanity.
Yeah.
It's about freeing yourself. You say today, it's about me. Wow.
That's right.
The most from my heart, beautiful sensation that I have right now, it's this thing also in the relationship. When you can say, I'm doing this for her, I'm doing this for me, I'm doing this expecting some outcome, then it's when you are not in fear, when you are in this flow, it's everything more fun.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's easy, because when the energy is like this.
Yeah, but you know, and I'm writing. I never write stuff down on the show. I've just written like 5 different things down because I don't want to. I want to go back to them because you're really talking about. You're really talking about. I don't know what the word is. Well, it's a combination of words. It is about to thine own self be true. Number 1, you're talking about flow. And let me just touch on a couple of things. 1, you know, I totally understand the business part of it. You know, I had a corporate career. And I remember back in the early, you know, this had been 25, 30 years ago, they would say, okay, what's the 10-year plan? And then a couple of years later, what's the 5-year plan? And then it became, what's the 2-year plan? Now we're in this environment, and fast forward, Soulogy, same way. I tried to frame it up. I tried to plan like with the old business hat on, you know, and every time I did, it blew up. So finally got to the point where I let go. And what you're talking about, we'll try to put it into words. What you're talking about is not just about business. It's about the relationship. It's about the vibration that you carry and the contribution that you make to the collective. But it all comes through here. So if I can hold this space, which is just to thine own self be true, don't do anything to hurt my soul. Don't do anything to compromise my soul. Business is an example, like Soulogy, what's happening is we're not having to go and find anything. It's all just coming to us, right? And I think that's the same vibration as you were talking about. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. In fact, I can't even think, because when I start thinking, that's a form of control. It's basically a form of control. So that nothing brings the flow, and it brings everything. The other thing that you said that jumps out at me is you said if it's not of ease, right? So what's the opposite of ease? Force, right?
It's effort.
Yeah. So it's like we know that if it comes to us, we're trying to. I think what you're saying is we're coming into the space where we're actually seeing the results of not forcing anything, and it is ease, but it's very strange because we're not used to it being easy, you know, and we're getting used to holding that vibration. The other thing that came to mind, there seems to be, because you brought up the masculine, right? And you brought it up in the message to me. I understood it more this morning, you know, a masculine talking to a masculine. I thought you were telling me, I thought we could talk and you know, not figure things out, but relay these, because I really believe that's the highest download or transmission or activation that we can do is when we just speak our truth like you're doing now. So there's been, over the last week or 10 days or whatever, it seems to, and a lot of people are concurring that this masculine energy has landed. And it's landed in all of us, regardless of our incarnation as a gender. And part of that masculine energy, as I'm getting it, and as I'm seeing people get it, is owning what you are, who you are, owning what you love, owning what you want to do with your life, as opposed to being owned by your business, being owned by your relationship. You're owning your relationship. You're owning your passion and your work. And then the last thing I wanted to mention, and I'll go back to you, is I forgot now. I didn't write that one down. But yeah, you know, so it's like, oh no, what I was going to say is, because I can see your heart, I've always been able to. We can always see each other's heart. I want to do something for the world. I want to do something for the collective. And like you said, we don't have to free anybody. We free ourselves. And here's the beautiful thing about it. This whole thing about owning everything. We're actually the greatest thing we can do for the collective is to free ourselves, is to expand ourselves, is to love ourselves, and all the things that go with it. That's all we got to do. We ain't got to say anything. We don't have to be a guru. We don't have to be a yogi. We don't have to be a CEO. We don't have to be shit. We just do that. And from that, everything takes care of itself. And that's that ease that we're all trying to get to, and saying, oh my God, this actually really works. This actually brings magic to us. You know? Yeah. I love the way you started this out. Back to you.
You say it so well, 2 words. It's like authenticity and compromise yourself. So what it used to be for us, where we are used to, it's compromise ourselves.
Yeah.
That's what we are used. And it's scary to stop doing that. Because when you start opening yourself, oh, maybe they're going to use that information and they're going to know that I'm weak and they're going to attack me. Yeah, if you have that fear, is exactly what you're going to project.
Yeah.
It's you only in the moment that you really are being authentic with yourself. Like that kid, that artist that Picasso said that it's inside of us. Mm-hmm. Only with you are bringing your art to the table, without conditions, without expecting, without selling, just because I'm that art and I want to share that. I'm doing that, and I don't care if your art it's painting, music, or it's building wood houses, cabins, lodges. For me, you know how difficult it is to say, fuck the work hard, play hard. I'm just gonna play hard and build art hard from the heart. It's like, oh, without effort, there is nope. I give up on that. Free will means that you have the free will of be authentic or not. You have the free will to push things when they are not there, like trying to force the flow. It's not going to happen. You're going to crash. And I crash a lot of times. That's free will. It's okay. It's if you explain to people it's choose fear of love, it's so fake. They don't get it. It's when you are compromising yourself, when your project it's you, or it's something that it's not anymore you, because Soulogy is your masterpiece. Fast forward, it was masterpiece. And for me, the most complicated part is the moment that let it go of that it's mine. Because
that's right.
Oh,
that's right. And you know what? This is one of the things that I put. Well, what I'm saying is this. You mentioned it at the very beginning about fast forward. I can say the same thing about Soulogy over the last 3 or 4 or 5 days. And there's a reason things come up before us. And 3 or 4 people on the show said, you need to own what you've done. And I said, it's not me. You know, it's a composite. It's not me. Soulogy is its own energy. Now, I think there's a part of that they were accurate. They were true. It's a message that's permeating through the earth, which is that masculine energy. Own it, but don't be owned. But fast forward, Soulogy, these things that we create, that masterpiece, that art, whatever it is, it's not ours. It's actually its own energy, and it actually can take care of itself. And if it's that mountain that you ran 500 kilometers or 50 kilometers or whatever it was, if that's the art, then when we're running up the mountain, we ought to be feeling, wow, I love running up this mountain, not getting to the end and saying, I conquered the mountain. I'm a man. You know, it's running up the mountain. If you get up every morning and you love what you're doing, it's not your creation. It's not. It's the universal energy being manifested from your heart and many other hearts if you have other people involved or whatever. But it's running the race and feeling good when you're running the race. If you're in pain and agony the whole time you're doing it, then what the hell are you doing? You know, I get it.
Yeah,
very good analogy. The map.
I have a friend that is doing 1,500 kilometers in a row. My maximum is 100 kilometers, but you can see my face doing 100 kilometers in the mountains during 24 or 25 hours. I'm happy. I'm not in any moment suffering.
Yeah.
That thing, it's with any project. And I was pushing hard with Fast Forward because it was my mission.
Yeah.
My vision, I had that vision of that places of cultural, and when people are going to get the culture, they're going to raise the frequency. It was clear, okay, this was my channeling. And then it was mine. And then I was to try push. And I was learning, and it was a perfect process, and I had a lot of excuses. When the flow was not there, I was master of excuses. Oh, that's because this, that's because that. And then loopholes to the left, to the right. Yeah, because if I'm taking that path to the right, a little bit to the right, then I'm going to get resources, and then one day I'm going to be free to go back to the path. I was the master of excuses. And all of us, it's like conditions. It's like, again, it's like if I do this, then I'm going to be free to do that. Why you are not free now? And then you allow the flow.
Yeah.
And now I'm seeing a perfection on everything that I did. I have this, I've done that. It's this project there, it's free of plan, and it's not anymore mine. It was really difficult to let it go, that it's mine, and to let that everybody come here and start playing with that. Yeah. I put the idea that this is our puzzle, this is our castle that we're going to build, and okay, but you need more people to play with that. If not, it's not fun. We don't need to do it alone anymore. No. When you release that my mission, my project, and at the end, as you say, it's channeled. So it's like it's your masterpiece, it's my masterpiece. For me, it's, as I said once, if it comes from the source, I don't want to monetize that in a way that, oh, that's my business, because we control that as a survival thing. Okay, this is mine, then I'm going to do that, I'm going to live for that because it's what we think. For me, it's like I don't have copyright. You have the right to copy. And if you want to do it better for me, and if you take and you want to do Fast Forward, and tomorrow you are faster than me, I'm going to knock on your door, hey, hire me please, because you are better than me doing that.
Yeah. You're a DJ, right? You're a DJ, right? Yeah. So when I started doing this, about 5 years ago, after the first couple of years, when I got a computer, I started looking at it through music, right? That's how I started broadcasting. I'd put a song on and I'd read a poetry. Pure. But I started to really, for the first time in a long time, because I had the capability with internet, I started to explore music. I used to know music, or a lot of different genres and such, but I really started with YouTube and the internet, able to explore all these different music genres, electronic music, all the different variations of electronic music. And I found that what you're saying is true. And what I mean is, you would have a DJ, and the DJ would take this old blues song from 1935, and then he would add this other piece to it. And then, so he wasn't copying the old blues guy. He was expanding it. He was expanding it, and he was actually making another creation that had in its composition these other pieces. And so when I started doing Soul Speaks, I thought, okay, let's try a rap beat and a binary heart bass beat behind it, and throw in some conscious rap with a white girl doing it, you know, and in the middle of it, do a kid's melody, like a kid's song, you know, like A, B, C, D, and just play with it. You know, it's to me, adding frequencies constantly adding frequencies to a never expanding vibration. That's what we are. That's what we are. You can't, you're right. There's no copyrights. There's no contracts. There's no trademarks. There's no ownership. So that letting go thing, and that you bring that up too, you know, even in the last week with Soulogy, these things have come in the door, and I'm looking at them going, wow, that just came. It just came in. And I agree with what you're saying. It has to do with, you know, letting go. Is that how you say it? I don't know if that's how you say it, but yeah, because in our head, we say, I own that. We don't own that. Yeah, we don't own that.
You know that thing about that the torus from the heart, how it's the torus, energetic torus that creates our hologram. Yeah. It's on the heart.
Yeah.
It's on the heart, not on the mind. So
that's right.
At the end, all of us are DJs, collecting a little bit from the planet, from the Mercury retrograde, from the things that we learn from Greg Braden, from here, from that, from what we read, from the human design, from the twin flame. Yeah, we are collecting. We are DJs and take this frequency, this information from here, from that, from that. When you have that composition in a line that is in a story that worked for you, it's there. But if you just dance that with your mind, without moving your body, nothing is going to change in your life.
No.
Only the moment that you are start, boom, boom, that wave, that melody start to go with your heart, then is when your reality change.
Yeah.
Because you can go to a library and collect all the information. You can take all the videos of all the people sharing experience in your YouTube and go with your mind. Only when you start dancing without fear, without shame.
Spontaneous.
I'm dancing like this. What is the problem? No. This is my style. You are allowed to dance with your style. Yeah. And we think that, if I'm dancing with this style, then the other girl's going to say that I am dancing with this style, and then I'm going to be the... We are really all the time busy about not enjoying life.
Yeah, that's right. You know, I had an encounter with, it doesn't matter, with the face of the universe. It doesn't matter what it looks like. With a non-physical or whatever. So everything's physical now. I don't even understand it. But what I got was, and representing this entity was representing Star Family, one of the Star Families, or the Star Family community. And I just said, you know, what's going on? Why are you here? And it said to me, I'm here observing you. And actually Morgan was with me. And this was going on, you know, up here, and said, we're here observing you. And I said, why? And they said, because, and I'm going to try to put it into words, because what the human hybrid soul species is bringing to the universal community is the ability to take these feelings and emotions and apply them to creativity. Okay. And it really struck me. It took me like 2, 3, 4, 5 days to really get the grasp of that. Because I've always felt that the human contribution to the universal community is from the heart, which this is really the same thing. And what you're talking about is the root of creation. What you're talking about is we're unique. They don't have, you know, the same experience that we've had on earth, which is to feel emotions, to feel sadness and anger. And think about all the incredible pieces of art that have come out of pain. Some of the best music, some of the greatest paintings and such, right? I mean, look at some of the lives of some of these great artists that committed suicide or whatever, destroyed themselves, but still were able to get that pain out. So that was the message. The message, you know, was to me, this is a remix, right? A remix of the Akashic with our experience, right? And it's a new expanded version of the God Goddess seed of creation itself, right? And that's a fast forward, and that's a Soulogy. That's
Yes.
any two people. It's me and you right now coming together, and there's a third energy that is created, and it's going to go out there and do whatever it does, right? I mean, it's every moment that we're here, moment by
We,
moment.
yeah, we have this. So it looks like all of us have similar songs or the same song probably. Your what the game of this life is create your own remix
Yeah.
and be unique. And don't worry, you don't need to be at the billboard, the top of the
Yeah.
billboard. It's for you. If that song that you create as your life, it creates emotions to you, it's enough. You don't need to do it for the others. It's yesterday we watched the documentary of Kuzuma, a Japanese artist working with infinite. She was really depressed and she's tried to suicide twice, but she was. I never seen the infinite like in the way that she painted. She touched my heart.
Yeah.
It's
That's
if I'm go. Yeah, there is a scientist that I'm watching movies who prove that the whole universe is the same volume of the one particle. Perfect. Now that you know that, what? So it's how that thing make you more emotion. It excites you. He was sharing that without being excited himself. And in this planet, it's like, I want smell of truffles. I want the taste of his ribs. I want that sound of that guitars. I want that violins. I want things that excite. And my hands, my hair, my talent, it's able to create exciting things.
Yeah.
Poems, poetry. And I don't care. The Tesla car is an exciting thing. Everybody comes every day with new exciting things.
Yeah.
And if we put our focus in the new exciting things, that inspires people to continue the exciting things. And that, at the end, it's what we explain on the fast forward, that it's the second renaissance. And the second renaissance is exactly like the first renaissance. Oh, the Brunelleschi dome. Wow, that's beyond what the human can make. Then people was brave to do more exciting things. And that beauty make people brave. Make people don't be afraid of gods that send them to hell. Make people stop doing that. If I do this, I'm going to go to hell. Or if I do that, I'm going to go to heaven. That's when you are free of that conditions and just, hey, I'm here. What are you going to do with this time?
The word is free, open source.
It is already. It is
everything
already.
Right, exactly. Except for whatever limitations we've had, right?
Yeah, and if you're fighting, it's I had that. Oh, fast forward is the shift of this planet need. Oh, and I am one of the leaders of that. Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah. It was everything about me. Oh, we are so poor in that we try to satisfy ourselves. It's if you try to do the things for the others.
Yeah. No.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Why we love to be with you, Todd? Because you, in front of the camera, are authentic. And it's a lifestyle. You don't need to explain it. Obviously, we know that it's a kind of frequency that people fell in love in that frequency. And obviously, it's like the cognitive dissonance that what is possible that these people are happy? What is possible that these people are going against the rules that we learn and they are successful? For me, we are already free.
Yeah, that's right.
We don't need to escape. We don't need to go to another place. We don't need to destroy. And hey, I have friends that they don't know what the hell is ascension, but they are able to create emotional things.
Yeah.
Oh, they are different. Oh, we are the ones on 5D and they are poor people on 3D. I love them. It's the oneness. It's love everybody.
Yeah. And I'm again, these, whether it's in front of people or just two people alone, or even if it's somebody in their room with the door closed talking to the universe, there's something about expressing, and expressing can be without words too. But that's the real channeling. That's more powerful. Nothing against Bashar or Abraham Hicks or anyone else that channels, This is the real channeling. The real channeling is what you're talking about. The real channeling is taking that Akashic, remixing it with our experiential, frequency of having been in these incarnations or even this incarnation, and pulling it up. We're always pulling everything in, right? But pulling it up and shooting it out, that remix, that new version of the creation seed. And you're right, it is what it is today.
But if
because we're going to wake up, wake up tomorrow, and everybody has applied their remix, and tomorrow it's a new universe.
Yeah,
it is what it is today. Everything changes, right?
What happened is that more easy to, hey, I'm going to buy that record from Higgs. I'm going to put play. Yeah, I memorize it. Now I know it. You can do that all the time, but only when you're listening to your own music, you're going to be free. It's not the other ones. The other ones are necessary to be inspired. Oh, look which streak it's there. Look this melody. Look with the arrangement. Oh, how brave to do that. Oh, I'm going to apply that to my humble melody.
Yeah.
Because we are all the time obsessed in the others, not in our own melody. And obviously, the melody that sounds today good for you, tomorrow everything, your environment can change. Then if your melody is good, you're going to change the style of the kick and the drums and the snare, and maybe instead of violins, you're going to put trumpets. But you have to evolve. In nature, you are evolving constantly.
Remix. Yesterday, somebody sent me some music. There's a band that's been around since the 90s called Tool, Tool. It's progressive rock. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful, the lyrics and everything. So I went on to YouTube and I listened to it, right? And then I saw the suggestions on the side, and these people had recreated one of their best songs. And remember, this is like 2 guitars. It's heavy, strong drums, and they had a cello and a violin, and they recreated this sound with string instruments, and it was freaking amazing. Remix. It was a remix.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing. Now, I want to ask you something. My computer's on New York City time, and it says 4:44, so this must be accurate, because there's one thing we haven't talked about.
And there is 44 people watching.
Shit. And there's 111 comments. So this is something else too, right? Because what we're doing here is we're playing in physical matter, which makes this a remix, right? We're spirit, soul, whatever. We're playing in this physical matter, so it's this integration of the physical and the non-physical. And this is the transition to the Trinity, what we're talking about. 2 forces coming together, polarities, or masculine, feminine, or ego and soul, or whatever, and creating this third energy, right? So then we have these divine conscious unions.
I don't know.
Right? Huh? I don't know.
I don't know.
Hang on.
Maybe. For me, it's yes. So I remember that day that Vera made the one video with 2 more girls, and one of the girls was playing that she was talking with Bigfoots, and
Kelly Vesper.
It's in my reality, I don't know. And one of the things that exactly I was trying to share, it's if this, that, and that, now that, this vision, that this Trinity, this energy, whatever that you collect, that remix, it's your unique remix.
Of course it is. Yeah.
And if it works for you, it give you fun, it give you flow. For example, in my vocabulary, the word Trinity, it's not there. But that doesn't mean that you are wrong. It's like, for me, I'm using other words. And I love that, like in a record store, I never had the experience to go to a record store and all the records are good for me. There are records that resonate and records that not. But I'm not denying the beauty, that it's beauty in all of them. I'm not, I don't know how it works anymore.
Yeah.
Also,
True.
the word ascension and the word journey, to where? It's
True.
I love all the people that you buy. I like that they probably come from there, because it's the only way to know where are we going. If you come from there,
We don't know where we're going.
It looks like there is a lot of people there. Hey, if you buy my program, if you are do that meditation with me on the equinox, if you do that, then the promise of that, what's next? And what I'm seeing is, yeah, this is a Mercury retrograde. I'm not denying, I'm feeling it. But it was another one, and another one, another one. Yeah, this is more strong. And this is the event, and this is the equinox. Yeah, and then it's going to be, I promise you, it's going to be another equinox and another, I can promise you to.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know where are we going.
Well, and here's the spin on that. So what we do know is that where we're going with, let's just say, with the Akashic and with our life experience combined, remixing and pushing forward, we do know that it hasn't happened before. We do know that like we haven't come, you know, and so how can you know where you're going?
Yeah.
If you don't know where you're going, you don't know. And what I was the question I was gonna pose, and you already answered it, was in regard to divine conscious union, in regard to the physical representation of a masculine and feminine energy coming together and creating a third energy. Another remix of oneness, and maybe it's the basic sacred geometric equation of the universe, or maybe it's not. I don't know, but I think for all the stuff that's been written about any subject, be it divine conscious union, twin flame, anything, you really don't know. But I do think that what we carry forward in our truth and in our reality is actually what happens. If we believe that it's this way and that way, that's the way it's going to be. If we believe and feel and carry the frequency of really not knowing, then we actually have the infinite possibilities in front of us, and we have a say in that, and that's that free will you're talking about.
Yeah, because how do you know that there is only one way?
Yeah.
And the only way is forward.
What is forward?
Yeah, it's what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling. It's okay. You already make the exploration of the map. So it's like you are born in this planet, you explore the map, now you know what it looks like a rock, like it looks like a skate, that the skate is wet, that the rock is strong, the snow, it looks like this, and you are exploring. Okay, what I'm feeling now is reset. You're going to start again. Now they change the map. Like if we're playing the Fortnite, that they change the map every season. They change the map and you're going to explore again. Oh, and what you're going to do? Play on the map, walk, look around. Oh, I prefer to sit down on my sofa and as a seeker, find somebody that tells me the truth, and then I'm going to walk exactly the path. Perfect. If you want to do that, do that. I prefer to explore again. Oh, but then where are you going to go? Usually in my life, I'm exploring and going home. I'm playing, I'm exploring and going home. I have more, how much exploring more I want to explore. But I don't know where are we going. I don't know if there is another level. I don't know if it's going to disappear 3D and 4D. Do you remember how many times we read that the 3D timeline is dissolving?
Yeah,
how many times you read that?
Yeah, that's why, you know, even with this thing, and I'm not making fun of anybody because I respect everybody's reality, period. Okay, but I got to respect mine first. And if I respect mine, I'm going to naturally respect everybody else. That's how this thing works. what we do with ourselves is reflected outside of us. But yeah, this whole thing about the solar flash and the event and Q and Trump and spaceships, and I don't attach to any of that. I know what you're saying, and the other thing that I get what you're saying, and this is how I hear it on the show. You know, what I hear people say, and I'm going to tell you, I judge it. All right. I'm not comfortable with it. And you know what it is? The word need. You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to do this. And I'm like, excuse me, fuck that. You know, I don't need to do anything. All I need to do is honor myself, because we're in this incredible, unique place where we can actually externalize in a partner, in an entity like Soulogy or Fast Forward. We're in this incredible realm where we're actually, this is fucking magic is what it is. It's taking these non-physical frequencies and vibrations, thoughts, however that stuff works, and we're actually birthing things, and it's actually got see it, touch it, feel it. You know, I love what you say, because I just keep seeing this picture of this channel, and people will say, open up your crown chakra and bring in Father Sky or the universe, or whatever term they use. Put your bare feet on the ground and pull up Mother Earth. And I'm not discounting any of that, but I'm a fucking channel. I'm a channel. The universe is in here. And if I can find that place and I can beam it out, that's what the universe, that's creation, and that's birthing. If I'm pulling everything in, that's great. But that's information that's already been there. Now I'm producing something. I'm remixing it. Boom, right? You're only going to be Agusti one time. I'm only going to be Todd one time. And it's time for us to start channeling, transmitting, and sending the universe downloads, as opposed to what we've been doing, right? Because that is empowerment versus disempowerment. And I'm sorry, some of this stuff that we've been pulling in and this woo-woo shit is disempowering. It served us to a point, and it no longer serves us. We're the universe, and we're serving in that paradoxical way, you know, that we can't understand with these brains. But this is it. This is what we are. We came here to shine. We're stars in human form, sending out, with the opportunity to send out illumination in sound, in light, in vibration, in smell, in everything, you know?
This wall, it's like when if you are a 1 year old and somebody give you a piano and without any music paper, it's like, this is a piano. You just need to play and learn how to make your melodies. And if somebody comes to you, you need to do that to play better. Yeah. Hey, I'm excited with this melody. I'm emotional with this melody. Who are you to tell me which method I have to do, that if I do this, then that, to my melody? The day that I need a remixer, I'm going to call a friend. Hey, I like your music. Can you remix my remix? This is life. And, oh, I love oneness, that you say that one is a trinity. It looks like the people that more talk about oneness in this program and in internet, Trump is oneness too. It's part of the blanket. Everybody is part. But there is these ones that are the bad guys, and this is the good guys. Sorry, how many gods are there creating people? This is not a chess board. There is not the black and the white. Everybody's creation of the same God, the same planet. So everybody is oneness. No, I'm oneness, and the vegan ones are in the oneness, and the non-vegan are outside of the one.
Oneness is oneness. There is no exception here. There is no exception.
I love
We all poop, every one of us.
I'm Catalan, and the king of Spain is not. It's a bad projection. It's my projection. It's a collective projection of our country. So it's like, hey, guy, this is our projection. This is oneness, and what is showing about me? Oh, it's painful to understand that the oneness. Yeah, but it's so easy to talk about oneness. And so difficult to go to Trump and say, hey, there is a poor guy inside this kid. It's a kid inside this poor guy that is trying to rebel and is trying to prove something to somebody else, like I did.
Yeah, that's a great analogy, because it's like, because of everything that we went through, this kid's inside trying to be heard, so we're throwing a fit, projecting this, doing that, when the reality is that kid just wants to walk out on the playground and play. Right? So
if you ask me how it looks like the fast forward planet, it's a playground.
Yeah.
It's a playground where everybody's able to play without fears, without competition. That's a play. It's a playground.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful conversation. I really enjoyed it.
It's good that with these energies we are able to have fun. That's the most important.
Well, yeah, and let me just explain to everybody how this started, because, you know, you sent me a message. I interpreted the message a certain way, and you know what? I'll be honest with you, and I'm a writer or whatever. You know, that's one thing I do, but I don't like these communications through writing, because they're not accurate. They're too convoluted, and it's too difficult to pick up anything. I don't like it when Morgan and I do it, to be honest with you. You know, I believe that we're here to add as many frequencies to an ever-expanding vibration in every fucking moment that we're living. And I'm sorry I'm getting passionate here, but I'm not going to apologize for that, because when we're not putting it out there in every way that we can, in every moment that we can, we are not maximizing our potential. We are hiding. And if this year is teaching me anything, it's watching people. This is what I love about my job. It's watching people come out and speak their truth. And I don't give a damn what they say. I don't have to agree with it. It's not about that. It's just beautiful to see them open up their heart and have the courage to speak, and have the faith in themselves to not worry about being embarrassed or being ashamed or anything, and just speak your truth. And you know what? It's painless. It's painless. And it's a beautiful thing to see, you know? And thank you for doing it. And thank you for pulling my head out of my ass. I'm sorry about the F-bombs, people.
Same
I'll behave the rest of the day. I love you. Tell Vera hi. Give her a kiss for me and a hug. I got Natalie Gotchi in 5 minutes, and she's a beautiful lady. Lives in New York City. She's from Australia, and she's powerful. She's authentic. She's raw, real. You know. She told a great story when she was on the first time. She won the contest, Australia's Got Talent, singer. And she got the tour, she got the record contract. And what happened to you? What happened to me? It all blew up, and she found her soul. You know, she found her soul, and now she's doing what she loves, and same vibration. So,
people sharing their experience. That's what most inspired people to do the same.
Yeah. Thank you, brother.
Big hug to Morgan. Love.
Yeah. We'll be back in 5 minutes. We'll see you.